Hello, my friends. Welcome back. This is Kev's Hobby Showcase. I'm, of course, Kevin, and you may have also seen me on Tabletop Jones Productions, where John and I are the two idiots playing board games. And today I am doing continuation, part 2 for Survivors of the Sulaco, which is basically pieces to a game pieces to a game that I have, Aliens and Other Glorious Day in the Core. It is one of their add-ons. I think it's basically called Get Away From Her, You Bitch, where it pretty much covers like the end of the movie. And so in part 1, I did Bishop. They had 2 versions of him, one standing, the other one after the alien queen ripped him apart. Next, there's 2 more pieces to it, but I'm going to do them one at a time. So this video is going to basically be for Ripley, and as you can see, she's holding Newt. So this is the only piece I'm going to do for this part, and then the last part will be Ripley and the loader, but that's for future Kev. So anyway, so next is going to be I have to prime the piece, of course. Now stitches are out. You know, I'm not going to show you because it does look pretty nasty. I do have ointment on the cut. It's pretty much length of my arm, and not length of my arm. I'm sorry, the length of my finger, and the finger is still a bit swollen. So I'm not going to do the priming on camera. I'm going to do my best to do it off camera. And for those of you who watched the last part of the Building the Davion Force, you know I was saying that I didn't quite get the primer everywhere because I was back then. I mean at that point I still had the stitches in and I was doing the same thing. I'm gonna do it off camera. I'm gonna do my best to get all of it on there, and then when I come back, I'll start doing the base coat. All right, so stay tuned, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and the primer is now dry on Ripley and Newt. So let's get started, right? All right, so this piece is definitely gonna need different colors in different spots, so I might just do this in stages. Oh shoot, I'm seeing spots where I kind of missed with the primer. Alrighty, well, no sense in dwelling on that. So first I'm going to start off with light blue, and I am going to apologize if any of you do see the remnants of the cut. There's really nothing I can do. Yeah, you're probably going to see it. So, all right, let's get that. All right. So I'm going to use light blue for the pants. So it says light blue on the color, on the bottle, but when I apply it, it looks a bit grayish. But it still works. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on first. See a bit hanging down. All right, got rid of that. So I'm going to get this on, because I'm going to put it for both the pants for Ripley and for Newt. I'm going to try and have these looking as good as possible. Alright, sorry I got quiet there. So yeah, as you can see, the cut looks a bit, nasty. Sorry about that. Unfortunately, I probably, I don't know, maybe I should have covered it before I did the video, but the thing is that I don't have to cover it anymore, and you know, it's like that old adage of letting it breathe, because I've had it covered for, you know, pretty much just about the entire time while it was healing. And you know, kind of want to give it a chance to you know, heal without it being covered, which it will. I mean, basically mostly what it is right now is just you know, scabs and swelling. You know, unfortunately, you know, I still can't head back to work just yet, but I'm getting there. Okay, so all right, so doing this one piece is probably not going to take as long as I would normally take, excuse me, on a painting video, but that's okay. I notice sometimes the shorter videos do tend to get more views. Alright, so should I do anything? Actually, dang it, I missed a bit. Alright, bear with me. Gotta open that back up, get that brush back. Alright. Now I don't know if it's just that I missed it or if the paint rubbed off, because I have noticed sometimes with these paints that if you try to kind of double up on a layer, it does tend to backfire. Like it will start rubbing it off. Alright. I believe... Actually, get a little... Oh, too much on the brush. Alright, so I may have to let... Yeah, I'm going to have to let this dry, I think. Alright, well, let's see what else I can get while I'm at it. Thinking of getting Newt's blonde hair. Alright, let me get the yellow ready. Alright, hey, that inner part came off without any problem. Imagine that. Alright, so... this might be a good one. Okay. Alright, so let's... Alright, so... There might be on different parts of this where I may have to do touch-ups, because some of it's not going to be easy to, you know, not go over certain things, especially dealing with my hands the way they are currently. Okay, I'm still on camera. Alright, so I'm trying to keep my hand steady. Okay. Yep. Fortunately, I got some of this yellow paint on where Newt's face is going to be, but when I come back and I do it with the flesh tone, and I'll correct that. Alright. Okay. I'm going to... Let me just do that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop there for now. I'm going to let that dry so I can... Because this is... I mean, this isn't like your normal piece as far as like with base coating. I'm going to tuck this back up. Okay. So like I was saying, it's not like your normal piece with base coating, because there's a lot of different areas that need different colors. So I'm going to let that paint dry. When I come back, I'm going to try to get, because I got the pants area, I'm going to try to get the shirt area, and maybe even the shoes, being that the pants should be, like the paint for the pants should be dry. and maybe I'll even get to maybe Ripley's hair, or I don't know, maybe even the flesh tones. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens when I come back. All right, so stay tuned, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and let's see how much further we can get on Ripley holding Newt. Okay, let's just get to it. Okay. Alrighty. Alright, so pretty much decided the next step. I'm going to use white on their shirts. Alright. Well, now it seems like this bristle has gotten to be quite a bit frayed. So let's choose something else. Much better. Alright. Alright. Yeah, as I go through this, there's going to be quite a few parts that are going to have to be gone over, because there's a lot of kind of like a lot of little things that have to be painted. All right. And as far as for how for how Newt's clothes look when I do the wash, that's where it's gonna look more like she did in the movie, which is like covered in grime. Okay, sorry, I'm quiet. Just trying to concentrate on the task at hand. Yeah, so basically, like I was saying, this is going to be like kind of like a lot of little spurts, because it's not like, it's like as far as base coating was concerned, it was basically like not like any one particular color that dominated the entire piece. And it was also a little bit of me trying to remember how it all looked in the movies. Movie, I should say. All right. Okay. I think I got enough of that with the white. Put that aside in case I need it again. Okay. All right, so let me take out the brown, and let me get the shoes of both Newt and Ripley. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. So yeah, whoops, as you can see, it is still a little bit difficult, especially when I'm trying to grip things. Now, one thing I'll say about brown is it's not extremely visible against black primer. Yep. Okay. And I know I did it already, but I'm going to apologize again for anybody who's seeing my finger and pretty much going, ew. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, So I got Ripley's shoes. Now let's get Newt's. Okay. And let's get the other one. All right. Okay. Alrighty. So Ripley's hair, I'm pretty much going to leave because it always looked pretty black in the movies. One thing I will do before I take another break is I'm going to use gunmetal on the weapons. All right, so there we go. And let's see, trying not to have my brushes fall on the floor. Okay. All right. Well, as I've said on numerous occasions, eventually these pieces for this alien game will be shown on the Tabletop Jones Productions channel. Eventually we will get around to playing this game. Right now, John and I are trying to get videos out of the footage we've already taken. Looks like we are currently working on the footage that we took for the game Batman: The Battle Laughs. You know, it's taken a while to get these things out due to scheduling conflicts, but we will eventually get it all out. All right, so I'm gonna let that paint dry. All right, gunmetal I don't think I'm gonna need again. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so like I said, I'm gonna let that paint dry, and when I come back, I'm gonna basically see what I can still do. I know there's like the suspenders on both Ripley and Newt that's got to be done. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that in brown or in the color that I painted the pants. Got to do the flesh tone, definitely. And, you know, just like around the edges of the base, because, I mean, right now it's mainly black from the primer, but, you know, I'm going to, you know, I didn't get around the edges because I'm kind of, you know, limited in what I can do as far as with the handling of these things. So yeah, I'm going to get that, and you know, it's going to be, you know, a bunch of little things like I'm going to use a flat aluminum color I have to simulate the tape that she used to tape the flamethrower and the rifle together. Also going to use that to lightly go over because her name is on the base. I'm going to do that to lightly go over to make that show up. So there is still quite a bit to be done. So I will get to it. But first I'm going to wait for all that to dry. So stay tuned, and I will be right back. All right, I'm back, and let's see how far I can get with Ripley and Newt here. All right. All right. Okay. Let's get started on this. Okay. Let's start with the flesh tone this time. All right. Let's grab paints without them falling over onto the floor. All right. So first thing I'm going to do is this tiny little space that is Newt's face. All right. Okay, get Ripley's, not only her face but also the Newt's hands. Now, alright, gotta get Ripley's arms because she had the sleeves rolled up. Alright, I know this is probably being done in more takes than I normally do, but because of the nature of the piece, it really can't be helped. And to be honest, when I do the piece, the last piece for this little series, which is going to be Ripley and Loader, it's going to be pretty much the same thing. It's going to be a lot of breaks, a lot of areas for the paint, and then and then of course taking breaks and letting the paint dry. All right. Okay, I might get a little bit further this time than I thought. All right, so pretty much done with this. Okay, so next, next I'm going to do the light blue again because there are little bits that need to be done. All right, so okay, it's the suspenders on Newt. Also, I just want to do a little touch up here. All right. Well, it's come along okay. It's not going to be totally, it's not going to be perfect. I'll just say that. But then again, none of my pieces are. All right. So I'm going to do a couple of things in brown. There we go. Yeah, I can't use that finger to grip right now, so that's why I'm doing things this way. All right, so let's get Ripley's suspenders. Whoop. Okay. Well, it's really just the one side, but I'm going to do a belt line on her. Okay. And it's more elaborate on the back. All right, now I'm going to get shoulder strap of the rifle. All right, gotta get the underside of it as well. Now, unfortunately, my hand is shaking more than usual, and it's directly because of the cut and all that. Doing the best I can with it. As time goes on, of course, this will get better. I'll be honest with you, I'm actually looking forward to going back to work, which I hope. I mean, I'm not going to say the day. I don't know if anybody monitors, my channel at all. Wouldn't be outside the realm of possibility. I know companies do that. But anyway, I don't want to say when I'm due to go back to work. I'll let the paperwork from the doctor do that talking for me. But all I will say is I am looking forward to going back. Ah, damn it. Okay. Having a little bit of trouble getting the cap back on. There we go. Okay. Now it's back on. I was having a little bit of trouble with that. Now, alrighty. Actually, before I do that, let me take the black paint and go along the sides of the base. Because it might actually be just about done. Alright. Alright. Oh. So yeah, I've been putting similar, or like if I determine something to be in a series, I have been putting them into playlists. I hope that does make it easier to find all the different parts to some of these series that I've been putting together. Okay. Alright, that's that. Alright, oops. Alright. Let's get the aluminum color out. Okay. Alright. Alright. And what did I do? I put my finger right where I just painted. Ain't that so smart of me? Ah, boy. Alright, so I'm going to do this. Okay. That's for that. And do a little bit here. Okay. Well then. Let me give it, whoops. I hate when I do that. Let me give this piece the once over. Alright. Well, I believe I'm done with the painting, but I have to come back and do the wash. So, let's take a break. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to let the rest of that paint dry. I'm pretty much done with the painting. I'm actually very happy with the way it came out. When I come back, I'm going to do the wash, and then it's finished. Alright, so stay tuned, and I will be right back. Alright, I'm back, and giving all that paint some time to dry, so let's finish up Ripley and Newt. Alright. Alright, okay, so. Got the wash ready to go. Now, I really gotta be careful with this, because I know it tends to splatter. I gotta try to not get it in the area of my cut. Now, as far as with the piece, this is where like the true grittiness of the movie gets represented, because you know, as far as Newt goes, Newt was covered in like all dirt and grime from hiding from the aliens for however long it took help to arrive. And this is where that's shown, because I mean, especially for the hair, because her hair looked pretty like dirty and matted in the movie. All right, so small piece, doesn't need that much wash. All right. Okay, so here we go. The piece of Ripley holding Newt, ready to go. John and I are ready to run this as a campaign, and I am looking forward to that. We've run through this game already, and it can get pretty intense. So we're not sure how we're going to do it yet, but we definitely are planning on doing it sometime in the near future. At least I hope the near future. Depends on how long it takes us to to get everything on a schedule. All right, so anyway, that's all I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope hope you enjoy all the painting videos I do. Like I said, there will be one more part to this series where I do Ripley and the Loaders. So hope I'll get to that. I will get to that next week, actually. Yeah, so we got some good stuff coming next week. I got that, and of course, is my scheduled cooking video where I'm going to be making wings. I know it's the first time I mentioned that. I should probably put that in a short and then release it. But anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share as much as possible. I will put links to the game and to the add-on that this is in the description. So this way, if you want to try the game out for yourself, please use the link because it does help support me. It does help support the channel, and and of course, like I said, subscribe, and share. Also, go to Tabletop Jones Productions. Do the same there. Currently, I have 34 subscribers. I am shooting for 40. Hopefully, hopefully get that soon. I'm trying to keep my goals pretty modest for now until I get more of a following. Also on Tabletop Jones, we are currently at 29 subscribers. I'd like to bring it up to 35. So please, like I said, support the channels. The best way to support it, of course, is a subscription, which doesn't cost anything. So by all means, and also if you know anybody who would like these videos, please, please share it with them. Bring it to their attention, and just help the channel grow. All right. So thank you very much. You have a great day. Take care, and I will see you later.